Hey everybody, Fifth Horseman here, playing more Kerbal Space Program, and we are going to rescue a dude from orbit today. And really quickly, one thing that I didn't realize I had not done or whatever yesterday, I upgraded the mission control here, and I totally forgot that would give me 7 available contracts. So I've taken actually 4 total, although I'm only going to do 2 of them anyway, because in the early ships it gets kind of trying to design a ship that's going to do everything. I'm also declining these flight over, and I'm seeing if I can get anything. Oh, landed. There you go. Can accept that. We can do that one right away. Flight over Kerman. I don't like the flight over Kerman ones. I was thinking about going in, seeing if I can delete those, but I don't think because they're not part of fine print, I don't think you can delete them. And it's just going to keep offering me the same one over and over again. So, okay, never mind. But yeah, we can test the Sepratron, and then we can go up and rescue, was it Sonzon? Sonzon is our first guy. And by the way, I forgot to say this in the other episode. If you want to be on a ship, if you want to be one of my Kerbals, Jeb, Bill, and Bob are going to remain, but I will happily put you guys, including I will rename Sonzon to whoever wants him. But just throw your name in the hopper, and as I hire guys or save them, I will rename you. You can also tell me what you would want to be, a pilot, an engineer, or a scientist. I will tell you right now, if you say pilot, you are going to go on a long list. However, if you say engineer or scientist, you won't always do very much, because the pilot obviously is the one who's going to do a lot. He's got a very simple task. He's going to fly up, rescue Sonzon, and come home. And it's going to be Jeb doing that, because we want to be able to control the ship on the way up. Haha, and we haven't unlocked the probe cores yet. I will tell you, once we unlock the probe cores that can actually do something, we will get a lot more use out of the non-Jeb people. But it's just until then, we're not going to. Okay, I'm just going to put 2 Separatrons on here. They're going to fire when this engine fires, give us an extra 4 Delta V or whatever. They'll probably use more Delta V carrying them up than they'll get from that, but hey, why not? It'll be fun. Let's go ahead and save this and launch it. Oh, the T4. Oh, I designed this in another save, and I never changed these. There we go. That's a craft worthy of rescuing Sonzon with. 18.19 tons. Grrr. I can't win. Okay, there we go. I unlocked the middle fuel tank here. We've got 4870 Delta V. Should be enough to get us into orbit and rescue Sonzon. Well, I guess we'll find out, though, right? Now, my question is, if Sonzon is... let's see, what do we have here? Oh, I didn't bring up my thermometer like I could have, but oh well. If Sonzon is on EVA out there... Tested our Separatrons. If he's on EVA and we can't go EVA, how exactly did he get on EVA? Is he testing the new EVA suits that we're going to get when we unlock that ability in the astronaut complex? I honestly don't know. And the parachutes came out. Staging. Okay, I am gonna, pushing my apoapsis up finally. I am gonna get it up to about 75 or so. I don't want to go up too high, and I also want to turn off the computer when we're coasting. Because power is finite. As soon as we run out of our 100 power, we are done. Okay, 71 by 73. We are in orbit. We are ready to target our target, which we are catching up on conveniently. I didn't plan on this. I'm not a big fan of you know, actually doing this the right way. Of launching into a spot where it would be, you know, beneficial to get him, and etc., things like that. So I'm just gonna... This is basically the burn-up that would get me to him. This is a lot what I did in my rendezvous tutorial, with the exception that there's a lot tighter margins here. Let's go and go forward in orbit. Actually, oh wait, there we go. That's getting close. There we go. Here we go. Where these orange markers are, that is where we're going to meet Sonzon. 2.6 kilometers away. That works for me. Okay. So now we're just going to get ourselves aimed at it here. I'm going to use the time warp trick to save a little bit more power. And it's 2 hours away, which is going to be quite a while at this time warp. So I will see you when we're there. Should be really close. It is 2.5 kilometers. I think I'm going to tap the engine just once, just to see what it does here. I'm going to thrust limit it. .5 kilometers still. 2.6, so it's getting worse. I hit Z instead of X, but that's okay. 1.9 kilometers, look at that. And it's getting closer to 1.5 kilometers. We're getting closer to sunrise too. Okay, it's back up to 1.6, so we're going to leave it there. So yeah, we're going to meet him right at sunrise, which is pretty awesome. And see, the margins in this are very tight. We're at 259 meters per second left. Let's see, where are you? You're over here. 4.4 kilometers away, Sonzon. We are almost to you. And honestly, we don't even need to do anything. All we need to do is flip over to him. Tell you what, let's aim ourselves north. I like to do that. Oops, that's south. South would work too, but... Sonzon, you are officially a member of our crew now. Do an EVA report, because you're the only person who is capable of doing EVA reports. Where is your target here? Set as target. It's right up there. Okay. And it's heading this way. Yes, our target is going 20 meters per second relative to us, thanks to the HUD. We can also see our direction, thanks to the HUD. So we can just get ourselves aimed at it. Time warp ourselves up here. Whoa. Didn't quite realize how fast we were going relative to the target here. that was kind of funny. Okay. There we go. Now there's our vector here, Victor. There we go. Almost smacked into the ship. Okay, now let's try this again, shall we? Okay, I don't think the HUD is necessary now. Okay, if I remember correctly, I built this thing with Jeb in the bottom one. That means you can store your data here and then take a new EVA report. Yeah, apparently it seems like... Go ahead and hop in. It seems like turning on the auto-collect here causes weird stuff to happen with this ship. So I'm actually going to... Oh, I never turned it off anyway. I should probably figure out how this thing works. Anyway, we have done science, though, in space around Kerman. We have rescued Sonzon, who, as I said, first person to ask gets to be Sonzon. I don't know what kind of person he is, but we'll find out when we get on the ground. And all we got to do now is recover the ship, and I think we should, again, try to land in the desert. Okay, oh, and I've installed the trajectories mod, which is going to help us get this science here. We could actually land right at Kerbal Space Center, but I'm going to try for the desert. Right there, as close as we can get while being close to the shore. I think this is where the this is where the desert temple is. How much Delta V do we got? We got plenty. Maybe not plenty. Maybe plenty is the wrong word. I don't know exactly where the desert temple is, but I think it's right around here. And there you go, we're out of fuel. So whether or not it's there, we'll find out in a minute. It might be here, but I thought for sure it was here. Anyway, someday I'm going to find that thing again. We found it in the old bases series, but I have yet to find it since. Okay, we are a bullet coming down here. Getting very close to where we should be. See if we see the temple down there somewhere. Oh, we had a crew report available. Oh, there it is. Take it. I don't see the temple. So it's obviously not here. Which is sad. Maybe it's over there. So, oh, there it is. I see little ziggy-zaggies. Let's pull the chutes. So yeah, the temple is over here. So we're going to land here next time. Next time we need to land. And I made this, I designed this ship so that when it was out of fuel, this is about the center of mass. So that hopefully we can land on our side and keep everything from crashing. See? Yeah, we have to turn on stability assist here. Using up our precious, precious power. But that's all the power's good for, so who cares? And we somehow lost a fuel tank anyway, but what are you going to do? Okay. Okay, we have 116 science, $318,000. We can now research photovoltaic panels, which is awesome. And the reason that's awesome is because now we're going to get satellite contracts. The next thing to research is going to be this, which is going to get us batteries, which would be nice, but the most important thing it's going to give us is access to landing gear. And then we're going to need 180 after that. So we're going to need about 200 more science total to get our planes so we can do survey contracts. But now we should have satellites into orbit. Satellite into orbit of the moon or of Kerman. So this is the orbit of Kerman. 17. Moon is, I don't know where Moon is, but I think this is past Moon, isn't it? Isn't Moon 12? Or maybe it's 120. I honestly don't remember. Doesn't matter. The inclination is low, which is nice. And these things don't really matter. This actually looks like a really good contract to do. Specific orbit of the moon, though, would be interesting because then we could also take this explore the moon contract. But I think we're going to set our sights low. We are going to do this specific orbit of Kerman. We're going to accept this. We've got testing a thing landed. We're just going to take that. Why not? Flight over Kerman. Test this while orbiting Kerman. Yeah, why not? We can use that to get our satellite into position. And that's it. Okay, very simple ship. I'm using 4 parachutes, probably overkill, but hey, got about $1,000 of Delta V. I really took this guy down. I thrust limited and reduced his fuel. Okay, we're going to hit the spacebar here. And I screwed up. That has got to be one of the most annoying things in this game. Of all the things that could be annoying in this game, the fact that your parachutes get put on the same stage as other stuff just drives me nuts. All we need to do is get this guy in the water and have him still be... Oh boy, I think I need to hit the chutes. This is something that probably wouldn't work in real life. Now we're going to add another one of these, because we need to actually test these things splash down. And we got them. Which is why, and that's why I wanted to do it as quickly as possible, because I had a feeling this was going to blow up the jet engine. So, well, there we go. We got science. Actually, with that science, we might as well research this to get our batteries. And also see here, 90 and 90. And look at that, we're already at 70, so this is going to be pretty quick. I think this one satellite contract will probably do it if we actually, bring some science along with us. Okay, so this is the orbit we need, which is basically a moon orbit, which is kind of crazy. So we're gonna need to launch this thing up to about the moon, and then deploy it, and it's obviously not going to live very long, so there's no sense doing anything special to it. Okay, time is really passing in our space program. This is day 3 already. That one trip to rescue Sonzon took pretty much the whole day, and we can't really launch an unmanned probe at night because otherwise he'll run out of power, which would be bad. Also, we cannot turn on SAS for this guy. I have no idea how well this is going to go. I suspect not at all. So, in 3, 2, 1, launch. I really turned down the thrust on this guy, but you will see my atmospheric efficiency is already climbing massively. But I'm trying to get the most out of this solid rocket booster as I possibly can. Also going to go into fine-tune mode. We're just going to keep this guy aimed upward. It's like the old days, where you had to choose between SAS and turning. You kids today don't know how well you have it. Actually getting a little worried that this ant isn't going to have the power. I was expecting this solid rocket booster to get me up to my gravity turn and well beyond, although it is going to get me to my gravity turn. I don't know about the well beyond part. Oh, this is fun. As we get out of the thick atmosphere, it is getting easier to control, but I would like a lot more big thrust than this. Whoa! Okay. Okay, let's get under control here. Our thrust to weight is 0.6. Yeah, this is not working. Okay. I have a feeling this is a wasted effort. If I had more thrust to weight, I could do it, but I want to use this ant so we can test it. So, let's try again. What am I doing? We don't give up just because of a failed launch. This was a learning experience. We need to pay for it. There we go. What is that you say about paper-thin margins? For 7.7 grand, we've got a ship that Jeb can fly out of the atmosphere. Pretty much. Then we can disconnect, get this guy into orbit, test his engine, and then send him up using, and once we're in orbit, we don't have to worry about too much the facing thing because we can use the time warp trick. That's the plan. Let's go ahead and give it a try here. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Nobody's on the ship. Should probably put Jeb in the thing. Oh, Sonzon is a scientist. Anybody who wants to be Sonzon, he's already got experience. Okay, again, 3, 2, 1, launch. The ship is being pulled slightly to the north because I've only got one radial parachute on it to save on weight. I couldn't put a non-radial parachute on it because there was nowhere to put a top-mounted parachute on this guy. Okay. We got our orbit up to 83. This is going to be actually very perfect. To test this thing, we need to be between 84.5 and 86.3. So we're going to do that. Jeb has a tiny amount of fuel, but he didn't need to get orbital for this. He just needed to reach space. And he did. He has a whole 80 meters per second left. 60, I'm sorry, meters per second left. And then we are going to switch to this guy, and we are going to stage his engine. Oh, we're not in orbit. Ha, I forgot about that. Okay. Let's turn on fine-tune controls. Okay, we can use the time warp fix. And we can get this guy into orbit. Okay, now let's see if run test is an option. It is. And we just did that. Okay, now we're going to go back to Jeb. Now that that guy's in orbit, we don't care about him anymore. So now it's all about getting Jeb home. And I think it's time to bring up the ambient light. The YouTuber's best friend. 60 science for that, for testing that engine. That was awesome. I was hoping to arrest my my motion before we hit the water, and yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Hey, everything survived. Very well done. Okay, Jeb, you have no reason to get out of your ship, so let's go ahead and recover you. Okay. Got some parts back. No big deal with any of that. The important thing is our satellite. Okay, the sun has set, so he's running out of power. But that's not a real big deal because we're going to have plenty of stuff going on here. So what we care about is where the moon is, where we are, and when we're burning that the sun is visible and everything. So I'm thinking we're going to want to burn out, so our apoapsis is here. This would be ideal, but it's dark when that happens. There's also our descending node right here, which might be a better thing to burn for. Yeah, we're going to burn for the descending node. So we're going to do this burn. It's going to cost $8.91. We've got tons. And then out here, we're going to do a burn like nya. I don't know how long this burn's going to be, so I'm going to go down to 1 minute before. We're going to do a test burn here. 2.5 minutes. Wow. Okay, well, we're definitely going to start burning now then. Now, one thing I don't want to do is ever touch the controls while we're in time warp. And right there. That's good enough for me. Okay, now this other node, we need to fiddle with it a little bit. Oh, we got to also do a burn like this. And then a little bit radial difference. And we have power. Nice little eclipse of Kerman there. So let's go ahead and hit Z. Also hit Y. Our goal here is to hit this maneuver node as closely as possible. Why can't I throttle up? I have power. Although I have everything, so... Oh, I got the contract, so I don't care anymore. Is that what it is? I don't have control of the ship because of the fact... Is that like a new thing? I didn't download a new update. People were complaining because you could use your thing, but as soon as I got the contract, it took away control of the ship from me. Huh. Oh, well, I got the contract. Okay, that was a little, just a little anticlimactic, but what are you going to do? Okay, well, we don't have 180 yet, but we can get basic plane parts, so we're going to research those. And then we also, to get landing gear, we're going to need 30 more science, but we can actually do a survey without landing gear. So that is next episode. We are going to build a plane. We are going to go down here. We're going to check out our two surveys here. Whichever one gives us more science, and actually I guess they're the same. This one gives us a little more cash, so we're going to take this one. Above 19.6 meters near Scott's memory. We're going to accept that, and then we're going to see where Scott has a memory. It's either green or blue. Scott's memory is over the land, which is awesome. So that's what we're doing next time. We're doing this contract. We're going to hopefully then unlock landing gear and then do this contract and then hopefully get a cooler survey contract with multiple waypoints. But that's all next time. This time we are done. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope you enjoyed seeing me put a satellite into a kind of a crazy orbit. I am Fifth Horseman, and I will... Oh, there we go. There's the contract we're going to be accepting once we get landing gear. But I will, as always... talk at you later.